Hey y'all, Kevin here, and this is Purereviews, where I review all kinds of products. So, if you are new to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button, and if you find this particular video helpful, be sure to hit that like button, maybe leave a comment saying thanks. That really helps out the channel a ton, and I greatly appreciate it. So today's product is available on Amazon, and there's a link in the description that will take you to the product page where you can see the current price point, see if it's on sale, all that lovely information. But what is it? So winter is upon us in that dry air. So today's product is an ultrasonic cooling mist humidifier by a company called Humuge. This thing will hold 5 liters. This is the box it comes in. But once you open it up, you are, of course, going to get a little manual here that's going to tell you how to operate it and all the features. You will get a power cord here that will let you plug it in. Then you are going to get a remote control here that's going to allow you to control a lot of the features. You can also control it on the device itself. But as you can see here, it has the wet symbol, a timer symbol, a light, and then color, sleep mode, plus and minus, and a power button, which we will go over those various features. Then you are going to get the humidifier itself. So this is what it looks like. So one of the nice features is you can fill it up via the top, which makes it really easy. So you don't have to worry about basically removing it, flipping it over, filling up the bottom, and then trying to quickly put it on the unit before it leaks. So that's a nice feature. It also has this lovely nozzle here at the top, which can rotate 360 degrees. And then as you can see here, it even has a smaller one, which you can change also. So you can direct basically the mist to different points in the room, which is great to basically diffuse it and spread it out. Now you will know it is easy to clean through this little part right here. So my hand, I can easily reach in here and wipe all the surfaces to make sure it is nice and clean. Which is important because you want to keep these clean so that way you are not basically introducing bacteria into your air where you are breathing that in. Now, when you take off that unit here at the bottom, this is also very easy to clean. And I want to point out on the bottom here, it does have some rubber feet that keeps it from sliding around. On the back side here is where you're going to plug it on. On the front side is the control panel. And then another little feature it has, let's see, it's on this side. So you have this little door here. You can pull this out. And this is basically where the air is going to come into the unit. And there is a little pad right there, which you can put some basically essential oils on it, like let's say lavender, which will mix with the dehumidifier and basically put that aroma in the air. Which is really nice little extra feature. You don't have to use that if you don't want, and you can get extra of these by just cutting them up or buying them online. But yeah, so let's go ahead and fill this thing up so that way you can see how it works, and then we'll go over some of the other settings and features of it. Okay, so now that we have some water in it, let's go over some of the basic features. We will turn it on here and let that steam start producing. So as I mentioned, this thing will hold 5 liters of water. And if it is on the sleep mode, which is right there, you just press that button, which will put it on its lowest setting, turn off all the lights, everything. It will actually last up to approximately 50 hours. Okay, so if you want to adjust the different levels that it puts mist into the air, you're going to use the little wet button right here on the remote control, or you can operate it on the control panel itself. But how are you going to do it? You see right now you have these 3 little dots. If you press it once, it's going to activate that. Press it again, it's going to go to the medium level, put out even more mist. And then the final one is going to put it out on the high, which will introduce even more mist. Now, you'll notice you don't really hear this thing. It is very quiet. It is under 30 decibels, which is absolutely amazing. It is also worth noting this is a cool mist. It is not a heated mist, so it's not going to heat that air up. It is basically just taking the water and converting it into the mist. And then that nozzle that I was talking about, you can slide it all the way around like so, but then it also has that mini nozzle, which allows you to basically push out some extra mist going either way. So it really distributes that moisture into the air as you wish. Now on here, you also have a timer button. So if you want to run this for a certain amount of time, you can press the timer button. You will see it lights up right there, and you are going to get a 2-hour timer, you will get a 4-hour timer, or you will get an 8-hour timer. I don't really use the timer setting. I basically just run it and then turn it off in the morning, but you can set it up if you know you're going to be in the room for like sleeping or something. You can put it on an 8-hour timer or whatnot, which is a nice little feature that it has. Now let's talk about the lights, because this thing does have some LED lights in it, which is kind of cool because it just lets an ambiance. It's great for the kids' room because you can use it as a night light. So you have the little light bulb that is going to turn on or off the light, and you can see there is a little icon on the screen. Then you have the button right there, which is going to change the colors, and you simply will tap that, and it will adjust through the different color options. You are going to have 7 RGB colors. Now, I also want to note that I find it a lot easier to change all this with the remote control, because as you can see here, the buttons you have to press them a lot more times to get the different settings. So the remote I find a lot easier, and I highly recommend it. So you can cycle through those 7 different colors, and then you can also adjust the brightness. So if it's too bright or not bright enough, you have a plus or minus button, and you can press those and it will turn up or down the brightness level as you need. Now, if it is time for bedtime and you are like me, you don't like any light or anything like that, you don't want it necessarily on highest possible setting, we go back to that sleep button, which will just turn it off, drop it down to the lowest setting. And so I find that feature really great, and more importantly, it also turns off this little control panel here, because that's also introducing light. Once you are done, you've woken up, hit the little sleep button again, and it will revert back to turning on the lights in the various settings. That is basically kind of the features in this. I like this because it's great with the night light. I like the fact that you can add water from the top, so you're not pulling this off. And it is decently easy to clean, which is very important for a humidifier, because you want to keep those nice and clean. As far as the main tower unit, I do recommend that you get something like a bottle brush, like a baby brush. It makes it a lot easier to clean that for you. But yeah, that is basically the ins and outs. If there was something that I didn't cover that you're curious about, feel free to hit me up in the comment section. I do typically respond to those. And that is it. Until the next video, you guys take it easy. Later. Congrats, you made it to the end of the video. Thank you very much. Greatly appreciated for the support. Be sure to hit that like button on the video. It really, really does help out. And if you have not subscribed yet, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and hit the notification bell if you want to get notified when new videos come out on this channel.